Hello all. Hi. Happy Saturday or Sunday or whatever the fuck day it is today. JW Shields here broadcasting from the long drive. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing great. Today, well, even more driving. That's what we enjoy. Um, Goodness gracious me. Let's see. So, here's where we stand. We have just completed a wonderful 1700 kilometers on this game. The Lada seems to be still in one piece. It's missing somehow caps. It no longer has mirrors, which who the fuck needs mirrors anyway? It has fuel, it has oil. I have a shit load of spares in the back. Chat is fucking dead. Very based. And well, let's take a look at the map because oh, let's see. Let's pull over. Let's pull up the map. How do I pull up the map? Is this the map? Yes, it is. So, we have done 1700 kilometers, which puts us right here, just outside Indianapolis. The captain's hat is adequately explained by me wanting to go from the Boston Yacht Haven Inn and Marina to the Catamaran Resort Hotel in Spa in San Diego. We're driving there. We have done this bit. We are doing this bit. The US is a very, very big place. And you can see we have a little paper note up there telling us the location of important landmarks, which we are going to ignore because we're driving really, really fast to get to my fucking yacht that I got on the divorce from my bitch ex-wife. And we can see the border to the great state of Illinois, 1752 kilometers, and we'll cross the Mississippi River at kilometer marker 2013, making it to Oklahoma at 2481. And once we make it to Oklahoma, the hard part is over. Or, you know, um, it would be if the map made absolutely any sense, but it doesn't because, well, fucking mountains. But hey, let's see if we can let's see if we can do a little bit of progress here. Let's go to the HMS Divorce. Let's get some music going. Yeah, okay. And immediately, let's just check everything. Drop, drop, drop. There we go. That is the true roadside experience. There we go. And let's grab this. Oh, the music tab is visible. God, fuck. Ugh. Let's push this button. Ah, 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 ah. There we go. Now let's start driving. And although I can see mountains right there, they do seem to be like a reasonable sort of climb. Oh god. Do I have anything manual? No, I don't. Right, hold it, hold it, hold it. Ah, Christ. So immediately we're switching to manual. So that is going to be fun. I don't care if you're bouncing off the rev limiter. We need to make some progress. Okay, good. That should do it. My favorite animal at this particular conjunction is, well, let's be real, it's Stanley, my cat, who is currently roaming around trying to figure out what that cone is around his neck. Don't tell him. Otherwise, he's going to figure out how to take it off, and then I would have to put the cone all over again, and that will be traumatizing for the both of us. The cone is there because he needs to have a little kitty treatment. And, well, you know, cats, they like to eat their treatments. And this one is topical, so eating it is not going to make him very happy, or me. So, you know, we're sparing him the indigestion. Adorable little thing that he is. Okay, this is good. It's not the plains, but we are doing some progress. The elevation changes are good. We have enough gasoline. I'm trying really hard not to jinx this fucking drive. Yes, after the nonsense that happened yesterday with the super license, yeah, I think we would all be happy if I get an easy W. Which reminds me, the video on doing the super license is already in production, so I hope to have that one on the I hope to have that one on the channel soon enough. It's going to be weird because oh. I guess that's a way to brake. Yeah, after the RA test, things, you know, they got a little bit better. And we're going downhill. Okay. Time to actually... We can just engine brake our way out of this mess. Yeah. Until I get that video up, I guess you'll just have to go and check out the VOD. Perfect. That is much more civilized than trying to get down that fucking hill. Trying to brake gently. I see a house or boat or houseboat in the distance, and I'm really happy that I don't need one of those at the moment. Stop bouncing, you silly bitch. Fantastic brakes. Doors are there. Car is still rolling. So we didn't miss a wheel. Good. You can do whatever you want on writing a comments or not writing comments. The algorithm demands engagement, but you know, if you don't feel like it, that's also fine. This video with the super license test is going to be weird because for the first time ever, I'm going to put like a mid uh, blog. So, I don't want to make it cliche like, did you know that only 0.3% of viewers actually are subscribed? No, it's just, thank you for finding this. I do more of it. Watch it. Or not. Oh god. Oh god, there are stars. Thank Christ. Climb, 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 climb. Okay, that was good. Oh no, I'm seeing lights that are still climbing. Jesus fucking Christ. Nevertheless, I'm not going to be disabling terrain. You don't follow for Stanley, that's going to confuse an awful lot of people. Okay, so far so annoying, but still good. We have already done 13 kilometers on our little expedition. 13 kilometers in 20 minutes. That's not bad for this thing. Yeah, maybe they do stick around. I hope they do. It's actually very fun to stream to an audience. That was the point, I guess. I figured if I was going to scream at a video game, I may as well scream at a video game while an audience watches. And as I fulfill my dream of becoming an anime. Asterisk, not actual dream, results may vary. Oh no, Stanley the cat was very much a deliberate choice. He was there. Someone told me, do you want a cat? And I said, yes, I would like one. And thus, now I have a cat. And everyone is very happy about this. This was an excellent decision. Brake gently. Brake gently. There we go. Oh. Guys, it's always very weird talking about local and about favorite animes because I'm ancient and I don't watch animes nearly as often as I used to. I loved the Haruhi Suzumiya. I think that was pivotal, one of the best ones ever made. Naturally, the story is incomplete both in print and on the big screen, actually on any screen. And by the looks of things, it's never going to be. No. By the looks of things, it's never going to be completed. So, do you have wheels? Yes. Yeah, so there's that one. Most of Kyoto Animation's lineup from like 06 to 10 was just peak. I think Kaon came out around that time. And then there was the one about the other ones in the classical music club. Cowboy Bebop, of course. Fantastic, wonderful thing. And one that you can recommend wholeheartedly to people if they don't like anime. It's not going to make them like anime. At best, what they're going to say is that I saw Cowboy Bebop and that one was fine. But after enough time, I think I've decided that I don't want people to just like anime. If they like it, it's fine. But yeah, I think I've had my hobbies reach mainstream appeal a little bit too often, and then they come and ruin it. So, you know, you recommend them Cowboy Bebop and that's enough, and then they're going to go and, oh, I know what you do. I know what you do. This is brilliant. You recommend them Cowboy Bebop, right? And they think, oh, that's fun. I should watch more anime. What sort of anime do you recommend? And then you recommend them Kakegurui. If the concept of the woman that gets horny over gambling doesn't immediately dissuade them from watching other anime, nothing else will. And if it doesn't, they may actually be a closet weeb, so, you know. Okay, they learned something about themselves. Or Food Wars. Food Wars is good too. Oh god, School Days. School Days is fucked. Don't recommend anyone School Days. Uh, hmm. Now I'm thinking about animes to dissuade other people from watching anime. No, leave the fandom for us. You have already ruined sci-fi movies, sci-fi books. I'm expecting that they're going to start fucking ruining VTubers any moment now. Because holy shit. Yeah, you see fucking Hololive at the Dodger Stadium and things go south really quickly. Yeah, I don't want VTubers to be ruined either. And then you just go, well, you know, you're gatekeeping. Yes. You know what happens when you don't gatekeep? Unless you're doing like actual puppetry or Renaissance fairs or whatever. I have a couple of keychains as merch. Yeah, I generally try not to get too much. That seems like a weird rabbit hole for my money to disappear. Not weird in the sense that I would feel uncomfortable buying it, but it's just like I wouldn't wear it. I generally don't wear t-shirts. I only have so many keys that need a keychain. I don't use a desk mat. I built this nice, lovely, nifty little wooden desk surface, so why would I cover it with a desk mat? The occasional pen is fine. Face Connect had ties, and I didn't get in the list to buy one of the Face Connect ties, and that's very disappointing for me, but I hope that they sold well enough that they're going to do another run. You know, I get in on those. And you know, it would be fun, you know, go to the business meeting with the Face Connect tie. I wonder if that's how women feel uh when they are wearing funny lingerie. You know, they're going full Victoria's Secret to the business meeting, and they're like, they don't know what I'm wearing. We're doing a good run, aren't we? Look at that. We're positively flying, and there aren't any mountains in the distance that I can see. Oh, and that's the other thing. With regards to figures or prints or posters, I just simply don't have the space to put them. And if I buy something just to store it, then what's the point of buying it? The support, yes, but you can get as much support, you know, just watching the streams and occasionally interacting in chat. Oh, oh, there we go. Going a little bit downhill, but look at that, not a lot downhill. Oh, I don't like that sort of... Ooh, okay. Many boats ahoy, many boats ahoy. We're going to ignore them all. We're going to crash into a lamppost. No. Oh. 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 Ouch. Ouch. Okay, so straight up, we lost our radiator. Let's see. We didn't look. Oh, we lost a headlight. Okay, that's fine. No, the radiator is still there and it's still full. We still have oil. We just lost the headlight and the instrument cluster, I guess. But that one is going to be somewhere in here. Do you have a chat? Nope. Is this it? No, that's a meat slab. Now, if you were an instrument cluster and you were jumping around in a car, where would you land? Just sit there for a bit. Not there, not this one. Not there. Bro, that music is going crazy. We use one of our spare headlights. There's another two of them there. Okay, you're not there. Did you get stuck to the roof? Nope. Nope. Strictly speaking, we don't actually need the gauge cluster. Of course. Oh yeah, the spare headlights were positively fucking inspired. All of the gauge clusters should be synced. So if we see another ladder, it should have the correct gauge cluster. I'm just checking if we don't see the headlight in there somewhere. Nope. But since we're here, come on. There we go. And just having a little drinky. Oh yeah, watching the engine is an unexpected side effect. Just sit there, you. Okay, now we actually, once again, depressingly, we have to be on the lookout for garages and things like that. Whatever car they have, we'll just raid the instrument binnacle. And if they have round headlights, we'll take those as well. That structure generally doesn't have any vehicles in them, so we can ignore it safely. Bus stop without any cars. No, that was not a bus stop, that was a gas station. Okay, there is a dust storm way over yonder, but we are not going way over yonder. We're going here. Where could have that instrument cluster flown away? There are only so many places where it could have. Anyway. Oh, a Metro 6R4. Those are actually... I find them kind of interesting. Yeah, but then again, I'm also one of those weird people that actually like the non-6R4 Metro. You know, just like the tiny little hatchbacky thing. I would have one, but naturally technology has advanced to the point where, well, any random tiny hatchback is going to be way better than a metro, even in fuel economy. With the gas crisis being what it is these days, even I think that the only metro that still comes out winning is the Geo Metro, because it has that tiny 3-cylinder, which is great for fuel economy. Excuse me, do y'all have a car? Y'all have a headlight. Can I fit a square headlight in a round car? That'll be a no, chief. Okay, just stay there. God, am I lucky sometimes. You are coming with me. Nope. Oh, that's right, I have to. No, that can stay. Let's get those, and I don't think I need anything else from here. I don't want the rear seats. Glove box lid. Do I have a glove box lid? I do. Oh, I know. I know. Spare radiator. No, I have one already. Your service is appreciated, Lada. We shall leave you with doors closed in case someone else finds you. Let's fucking go. Yeah, that's 1750. That's 50 kilometers in about 42 minutes, and actually 35 that I have been driving. So, all in all, we're actually doing really fucking well. Yes, well, it's only polite to leave things ready for whomever next is going to drive this whole mess just to make it to their mother's house. You can do it, Lada. Surely, 2 additional headlights are not that heavy. Well, 2 spare headlights, hubcaps, and mirrors. But it was supposed to have all of those things from factory. So, I don't know what it would bitch about. Don't make me switch you to a manual again. The best Jaguar that I've ever seen is... The best Jaguar... It is tempting to say, the XJ220 in a museum or something. But honestly, you never forget your first one. And my first one was... I was at a coffee shop way back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, and you know those dinosaurs were actual jaguars. And I look out of the window and I just see this 90s, late 90s XJ, and it was on the standard way that those were seen. So it was champagne with standard 5-spoke wheels, and it just looked like something from another era, sitting in traffic next to delivery trucks and various other detritus of modern life. And from that moment on, yeah, I had seen them previously in like advertisements or whatever, but I couldn't. It's very different to see them in real life. They photograph way smaller than they actually are. And when you see them on publicity photos or just randomly in shots, well, by the way, that rabbit doesn't know how lucky it had it. You don't get a sense for how they really look until you see one in person. It's fantastic. Alright, apparently just the hubcaps and the mirrors were enough weight to just fuck up performance. What the hell? Either that or that plus the gauge cluster that is still running around somewhere in this car. But that doesn't matter, we're still going fair bit. Yes, Red, you did mention going to the BMW museum. But, one can see why it was a highlight. That one I've only seen on videos. I've been told that if you order a expensive enough BMW, they actually let you go and pick it up there, which I bet would be a fantastic experience. Then again, how does that work for an American? Because it's not like you can just drive it from Germany to the US. So what, do you just go, you fly in, you take a look at your car, you go, oh yes, this is absolutely perfect, this is beautiful, drive it around the block and then hand it back so that it actually gets imported? That shit's weird. Oh, yeah, pick up an experience area. Okay. And we've done 1760 kilometers, which means I can't see the little piece of paper. We have now entered imaginary Illinois. We are going to avoid Chicago. We don't want to get shot. Okay, we're still going on relatively flat land. Excellent. Was the favorite car that you saw in the museum a BMW M1? Or a Neue Klasse? Or a Z1? Ooh, the Z1 is actually quite special. I haven't seen one of those yet. I would love to have a go. I think I would spend most of the time just fucking around with the doors. A 3-liter CSL. It was a little bit before my time, but they look just mean. Really, 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 really mean. You could see them on old racetracks, duking it out with XJSs and Trans Am Camaros. Oh yeah, if we could just keep this rate going for a couple of hours. HMS Divorce, here we come. And the best part on these downhilly bits, we're not using any gasoline. That being said, I think we're going to have to fill up very, very soon. But that's okay. Because we're still fucking flying. Yeah, I'm really amazed. Well, we have done good a couple of times. The first stream we did really good, and then the one that I titled Mountains, in the hope of it being reverse psychology, we did that one. But naturally, the follow-up one, the universe had caught on to me, and so the reverse psychology didn't work a second time. But yeah, I started streaming at the top of the hour. It is now 46 minutes since then, and we have covered 78 kilometers. So we are on the verge of, for once, and I hope not the only time in this game, to actually do 100 kilometers an hour average. Or as it's known in the US, going slightly slower than the flow of traffic. But yeah, we seem to be avoiding all of the mountains up there in the distance. The road is snaking in such a way that we're doing fine. We are still going, I am told, what is it? Southwest. Or is it north? No, northwest. We're going northwest. So I guess if we were trying to be even more accurate to real life, the HMS Divorce would be ported somewhere in, I don't know, fucking Seattle or Portland or somewhere like that, but I don't fuck with that. We're going to California, soak up the sun. Relax on the deck, listen to some boomer-ass music. It'll be fantastic. Speaking of boomer-ass music, YouTube has once again decided that it knows what's best for me and has popped up the video pause continue watching thing. Yes. See, this is an enjoyable long drive. This is what I was expecting. This is what isn't going to be recreated with the guy now fucking about with Godot engine. Oh, oh. Oh no, we can't remake it HKS Divorce. In fact, we are already skirting a line calling it the HMS because that's His Majesty's ship. And we should ain't British here. We separated from them shits in 1776. So it should really be USS Divorce. But hey, we don't have to be suckers for convention. Oh my god, is that the road? Here we fucking go. need to be going manual again. I think I will. It was fun while we lasted. We did 90 kilometers. And we still have 9 minutes before we do the top of the hour evaluation, so all in all, not bad. And I hope that this is just going to be a very small hiccup. But then again, I hope the mountains that we had, those couple of streams, were small hiccups. Yeah, I can see it snaking uphill. I won't be changing down from second. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, so we know the rule on this one. Because we're now constrained, we're going to see if there is a building over the next 10 kilometers, and if there is, we're going to park there. If there are... oh, there is one already. Okay, this is a flat bit, so we're going to park there. Handbrake is on. What are you? Oh, 1.6 liters of gas. I think it's about time we also fill up again. Let's see. No! That was fun. Can you recolor the shirt? What, the shirt that I'm wearing right now? I suppose I could. Though I think that's on character customization. Okay, there is a tire there. Nothing else of note, so... we're just broadcast. Yeah, we're just broadcasting nasty here. Okay, you are not shitting. It's fine. What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you? That is water. We don't need water. I don't want to fall into the fountain. Oh. Shit. Okay. We have 21 liters of gasoline here. If you remind me, in August, we can't change it to blue except for two things. One, the shirt is already blue. Two, do you think we're still going to be playing this shit in August? Oh my fucking god. Say worse. Okay, I think you now have, what, like a liter? .3 liters. So I could By the way, this is tanking our average speed, isn't it? Oh, you mean the shirt on the VTuber model? I thought you meant the shirt in the whatever this thing is. Certainly isn't human. Okay. Open. Stick in. Perfect. Close. And pick this up, and there we go. Yeah, we'll have to see if I still have the same model, and if the model I have is customizable, and we can do it. We'll figure it out. Okay, there we go. And how much water we have? 12 liters. Okay, that's still good enough. First, and then boom, into second. We are slightly less laden on account of Mr. Barrel II leaving us. So that should help a bit. Yeah, it can be blue for a stream, that'll be fine. Originally, so the first time I tried to have a virtual avatar of myself, I did a blue one, sorry, a 3D one. No, we didn't kill Barrel II, we killed Barrel I. And Barrel I is like 500 kilometers away. Right, we're at the top of the hour, nearly. We have done 93. So, if we hadn't stopped for gasoline, we absolutely could have done 100 kilometers an hour. The 2D one is, it's not that it's easier to run, but the idea of the 3D one, first of all, I never did quite like how it looked. If you go and check my blog on the About section, there is something which is the earliest known photograph of the author, which is just my 3D model. But I never did quite vibe with how it looked, and I always felt that tracking was a little off, and with little to no artistic talent, I couldn't fix the problems that I have with it. And I did figure out how to change the clothing on it, but it was very complex and time consuming. The idea was that I was going to change it every video. I wasn't streaming then, but I would change, you know, my jacket and my shirt and my tie every single video that I made. And then I realized that that was going to add quite a bit of time. I think I could do something similar with a more customizable 2D model, but I haven't quite looked into it. Yeah, I'll need to see about it because honestly, most of the outfits would be recolors. Um, if you have a suit and tie, you just change the color of the jacket and the color of the tie, or the shirt and the tie, and you keep the jacket the same. Or you can do well. There are several permutations because there are three different things on the torso. You have the jacket, you have the tie, and you have the shirt. And you can remove or change color or edit them as you please. But if those are toggles, that are going to be more expensive. If I have to go in and change the colors manually, that is one extra step to do when I do stream setup. I suppose the way that I could make it is just store a couple of permutations from it and then store those as toggles, so it would be limited wardrobe, but it would be slightly less limited than the one that we have right now. And I absolutely adore this outfit because it's actually quite similar to something that I wear. Oh, we're going downhill something awful again. There is a mansion 2 hour. Was that auto-saving? Which reminds me, it's the top of the hour. We should probably save. Save. Oh, that's a wonderful picture, isn't it? Anyway. (1803) from 1700. This model is from Booth, a wonderful artist named MyohanHolmes. Made it. He's on the YouTube description. Michael, thanks for joining us tonight, bud. You are watching me drive at night with surprisingly good headlights for something this old. Good thing I have spares. We are trying to reach a imaginary boat club at the other end of this 5,000 kilometer journey. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, don't inquire about prices. It's very bad form speaking about money. Jesus Christ. By the way, YouTube, if it feels like I am just slightly schizophrenic and speaking with the voices in my head, there is also Twitch. I can see why chatters would why streamers would mix chats and put them on the screen so that everyone can talk to one another. But, well, first of all, I don't have the space. Second of all, I think we can hold off on that until we have a little, a couple more people around here. My Twitch stream apparently wants me to tell y'all over at YouTube that Twitch stream is a cat. Which is weird because I'm looking at them right now and they're a fucking dog. Let me just open the... No, I can't open the door, I'm fucking driving. Okay, let's jump into the road again. Good. Oh, Bingai, thanks for joining us tonight, bud. Happy you're here, you're watching me drive in the middle of the fucking desert. Actually making good progress for once instead of just crawling at 1 mile an hour up a hill. Oh, 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 oh. Don't flip over, don't flip over. Especially not when I'm bragging about how good I'm doing at the moment. Jesus fucking Christ. Don't embarrass me in front of chat. Or do. Embarrassment is fantastic for engagement, apparently. So I'm told. And we have chat on YouTube as well. Fantastic. It's pumping tonight. Thank you all for joining us. We are on our way to an imaginary boat in the middle of this 5,000 kilometer journey. The boat, I'm being reminded now, is called the USS Divorce, because what the fuck else are you going to call a boat that is parked on the edge, on a marina in fucking San Diego? Okay, uphill a bit, that's fine. Speed continues to be stable, we're not stuck. We just need to keep going. Fantastic, chat has now unified. Now they can bully me as a team. Right. Oh, there we go. I guess I haven't actually given much thought to what platform I would prefer over another. Guess that's because I don't actually... Oh! Nearly fucking died there. I guess that's because I don't actually prefer one platform over the other. they both have their advantages, and at this point in streaming, trying to pick one platform over another is folly. Twitch doesn't have any discovery whatsoever, and YouTube is going to sit there and allege that a sneeze is fucking copyrighted. And that is just leaving aside all of the other platforms on which I don't stream. Like, well, most of them I don't understand. I attempted to do a TikTok live once, and thank fuck that thing has been scrubbed off the internet. Yeah, see, Brett found my channel because YouTube recommended it. So that is the advantage of YouTube. That is discovery. Twitch will never, ever... Okay, the only way Twitch recommends me is if you're specifically, in this case, for example, if you're specifically looking for the long drive streams, and I happen to be a top streamer in that category, so already it's bad, it's going to recommend me. You are seeing me because it's either that or nothing. YouTube, on the other hand, will happily recommend a smaller streamer. In fact, if you have been paying attention, you will know that some of the recommendation algorithm has been edited in such a way that it occasionally recommends you very, very low or no view channels. I'm guessing that if you tweak your preferences enough, it's going to try and see if it can pull up an occasional... You know, they're trying to see the new crop of YouTubers, see if they can actually lift. And if that doesn't work, they have, well, endless archives of late night shows and sitcoms and whatever else the major media providers are going to give them for free. I especially like the channels that feel organic, and you know, they don't say that they have any affiliation with a studio or whatever, and then you start noticing that all of their clips, A, they're not getting copyright claimed, B, they all seem to be weirdly high quality and weirdly in order. Suspicious. But then again, most people don't pay attention to that shit. They just want to see the clip of what? What clip would they like to see? John Breaking Bad over the guy with the weird comb over. That's the one, a 20-year-old. Oh god. See, that's the other thing about being ancient. You say 20-year-old Family Guy clip, and I remember. First of all, I remember a time before YouTube. It was fucking great. It was fucking great. I cannot endorse this enough. Very relaxing, very chill. Second, I still remember the first time I saw a YouTube video that said uploaded 10 years ago, and being fucking shocked. Like, there's no fucking way that it has been 10 years. And now we're already going on 20. And if I blink, it's going to be 30. And at that point I shall just have to kill myself. No, I won't in Minecraft or Roblox or whatever game am I supposed to say these days so that I don't get tanked in Discovery. That's the other thing. The live recommendation algorithm that tells you that, you know, it's constantly watching, you're getting recommended, and then you say something like that and oh, no, sorry, you get fucking buried again. Guess you should have kept your mouth shut, shithead. Now here's something interesting. As I speak to you now, doing 182, the ground is completely flat, and all is well. Oh, it absolutely didn't work well the first time, which is why I'm taking a more relaxed, almost spiritual approach to all of this. God, that's a familiar song. Right, we are once again in need of floor meat. So you know the drill, we're waiting, we're driving for 10 more kilometers to see if we find a... Oh, no, there's something there already. Isn't that convenient? Empty. The head is not empty. Shitty wheel. Oh! Sausage. Well, we'll take this. We'll take this. Yeah. Is that another headlight? What the fuck are these? Anyway. I remain committed to not using any of the toilets provided to me. And considering that one has shit on the roof, I think you can understand why. Yeah. Let's just have a little bit of water. At some point we're going to have to look for a water tower and a fuel tanker. Water tower not yet. Sorry, fuel tanker not yet. Water tower soon. Floor sausage isn't new. We already have some sausage down there, see? One of the meats is getting held by the door. I'm going the wrong way. Remember kids, the lampposts are supposed to be on the right. Oh, or a mansion. We could look for a mansion or an oil tanker or a water tower. Just something to refill our water. Speaking of all, that theme from Zelda I think has been substituted by the beautiful new soundtrack of like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And it's weird, I can't hum it off the top of my head, but it's just so amazing. Anyway, I'm sure that if I look for it and analyze the music long enough, I'm going to find the riffs or the modalities of the old Zelda games, but that involves a little bit of research. Oh, there's a water tower. But I'm going to drive past that one. We're making stellar progress. Stanley can just gets normal food. You know, he's not a picky cat. He just likes that. He likes the weirdly for a cat, he actually likes the dry little food pellets. Then again, I make sure I get the ones that are actually made of meat. That list their first ingredient as meat instead of wheat or soy or whatever the fuck it is that they put on cheap cat food these days. Oh, this is fantastic. There we go. Okay, let's just keep this train rolling. No goals, no things to get frustrated about. Let's just keep the hammer down and see where that takes us. Directly into the sunset. I wish I had a sun... Oh, a sun visor. I didn't pick a sun visor for this thing, did I? Okay, son, go and hide underneath those suspiciously breast-shaped rocks. Do not go into the breast-shaped rocks. Madness lies therein. Guess who's decided to check if I was still watching? Jesus fucking Christ. Very brief interlude. Yes, it does have volume. Okay, yeah. Hey, don't debunk me, debunk the developer that procedurally generated... Sorry, that allowed the procedural generation to create breast rocks. And actually, don't blame him, just say, thank you for the breast-shaped rocks. Allow us to breast boobily their way. Actually, do not allow us to breast boobily their way, because I think if we do that, we are going to get some mountains. And I don't want to see any mountains for a little while longer yet. Look at that wonderful string of lights just staying perfectly level. Are we near any of the goals or milestones on our little card? Again, I'm driving, I can't exactly read it. OBS is a very tiny window on my screen. So that is a very tiny note on a very tiny window. Oh, I did see the flash of red light. I hope it isn't them aliens. Yeah. If the developer heard those weird conspiracy AM radio shows that warned us of strange lights in the desert, he managed to recreate that very well. If he didn't and he just reached the same conclusion, good for him. Then again, the red light may have also been a jet. Oh, and there are now flashes of weird lights. But if you see them, that actually reassures me a little bit, because it means that it's not my graphics card dying. These ones usually have water. The odometer currently reads... Let's just stop here. Oh. 1870. Oh, that's right. First of all, we're out to saving. That's fine. And... there you go. Not 0.9 liters of gasoline and 50 liters of water. So, first things first. That is going to take us a little bit further down the line. Okay, let's put that there-ish. Yeah, I think that would work. Open. It is filling very slowly, but it is. I don't care if the process is lossy, we can't carry the 50 liters of water. Actually, I think we can. We have another barrel, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay. But now if I start carrying every bottle of water in this fucking game, I'll never hear the end of it. When did I drop the when did I drop that tube? Holy shit. It's a good thing that I saw it on the ground, otherwise. We're going to set off. Not this way, this is the wrong way. We're going this way. That's okay, I'm fine with 0.1 liters missing. I'm not going to be... That is why we refill everything when it's around halfway empty-ish. Otherwise, we're going to end up running empty in the middle of the fucking desert, and that's not a fun thing to do. Yeah, I don't know what those flashes of lights are. Maybe it's engine jankiness. Is that a sandstorm over there? Yes, it is. Let us avoid the sandstorm. 'Tis a silly place. Yeah, it could be a very jank engine thing, or it could be the aliens, or it could be something mysterious that the dev put in to add to the weird uncanny valley-like quality of the game. Whatever it is, we'll drive towards it. Because the USS Divorce is heading that way. Come to think of it, the thought occurs to me that none of the biomes on this game have large bodies of water. So, when we do end up on the finish line, it's probably going to be in the middle of the desert, and that's going to be hilarious. Yeah, I think the dev was aiming for the uncanny valley. You know, it's supposed to give you this feeling of crushing loneliness, which means that mod that I saw that one time that just added traffic to these roads all the more bizarre. Also, holy shit, can you imagine how long this would take us if there was actual fucking traffic? Yeah, I may actually have to get creative on the ending. Once that odometer starts hitting like 4,000-ish kilometers, I need to figure out something. Though I should note, remember, we were at 1893 at the top of last hour. We're 40 minutes into this hour, and we're already on 81. So this one may be it. This one may be the over 100 kilometers an hour. Which, thank fucking Christ. The green lights may actually be the terrain just kind of popping into existence. Oh, this was rather an intense turn. Yeah, Googling USS divorce is not going to show you any ships, because what usually happens is that the wife gets the boat on the divorce. Now, since you're Googling things, why don't you Google Barbara Streisand house and take a look at that picture? It annoys Barbara Streisand, and if you annoy Barbara Streisand, well, I think that's something everyone should do every once in a while. (1888). Oh, oh, no. Get back in the boat. Get back in the boat. There we are. No, I wasn't born in 1888. I was born during the Second Crusade. Just like Giga. 1893, there it is. We've done 100 kilometers this hour and we have 18 minutes to spare. This is the sort of progress that I thought we would be making. I took a look at the horseless carriage and my first thought was, where the fuck is the horse? And then I punched someone in the face, twirled my mustache, and rode off into the sunset. $1900 is very close. 1899. $1900. Perfect. Who says I didn't keep the mustache? Oh god, imagine that model with a mustache, the hat. What was the other accessory that I had? Just dumping more shit in it. Ah, tempting. Very tempting. Say what you will about this ladder engine and the radiator attached to it, but it has been running around at redline for an entire fucking day, and the temperature continues to be very, very stable. Okay, 10-kilometer location finding thing starts now. 1907, we need to find 1917, which is the brand my notebooks are. Glasses, yes. Actually, I was looking for the glasses and I couldn't find them. So that particular PNG seems to have disappeared. Ha! Get a load at that motley handbrake. Get a look of that motley crew. A Fury and a Trabant. If ever two cars. This is a fucked up pair. Okay, you have it. You have your engine. You have no coolant. I'm still going to try and start you. Nope. Fuel tank empty. Oh, that's right, the fuel tank of the Trabant is in here, isn't it? Mostly gas, little bit of oil. What's in here? Nothing. What's in here? Water. Oil. Actually, we could use a little bit of oil, couldn't we? Yeah. Some more oil and a little bit of gas. Yeah, blood. It is drinkable. I never touch the stuff myself, but you know, some people may be less irky about that sort of thing. Water. Rear view mirror. That. Yeah, that was water. That one's empty. That one... diesel. Ugh, disgusting. But there is a fridge here. Alcohol. Sausage. Yeah, blood is absolutely a thing in this game. What are you? Also blood. Ugh, never mind. Okay. So we have eaten, we have... There you go. On a previous live, when I was still playing the beta, I tried to get a Fury. Correction, I got a Fury. I invested all of my puny resources in one. And the result was that I made it about 30 kilometers before I regretted it. And we're still going to be way ahead on the full average speed thing, because if we did 93 last hour, to average 100, we would need to do 107 kilometers here, or the same, just have this thing read exactly 1900. But it isn't. It's reading way more than that. Well, the Fury consumed all of the fuel on the planet. It was fantastic up hills, but it had shitty brakes. And every time you accelerated, it would just lay a patch. So it would just burn rubber. And that made it very difficult to control uphill and very difficult to control downhill. Besides which, it's very, very stylish, yes, but it's a two-door, so everything you throw in the back seat is going to be a pain to get to. The back windows don't roll down, if I recall correctly. The trunk is way too small. All in all, it's very stylish, it's very fun. You think you're going to go way faster than you would in something like this Lada, and you might for like 5 minutes. But as soon as you hit a corner, you have to slow way down. And because you're consuming so much fuel, you also lose time, you know, pit stopping, looking for gasoline, all of that shit. So in actual fact, it's just a false economy. Yeah, very unusable in game. I think if we could have things like pressure sensitive controls and cruise control, you could just accelerate it to like 100 kilometers an hour, put the cruise control on, and if it does accelerating uphill and breaking down the other side of the hill, the thing would just be amazing because it's not going to be the mountains are not going to stop it. But yeah, just fucking awful fuel consumption. I think to get worse fuel consumption, you would have to get something like a bus. Yeah, the ideal cars for this game are this one and the Volkswagen diesel pickup truck, because you can just throw all of your shit in the back. Then again, if you roll, all of that shit is just going to fly away. That's the first one. The second one, all of the BW pickups are diesel. There isn't. That isn't a Christine Easter egg. The Christine Easter egg is you can find what you can find a Fury with gold trim, which Christine actually had. GTA 5 actually had a Christine, what I guess they just called it Demon Car Easter egg event for Halloween. That one was amusing. They now have a Christine one and they have a dual one if they forget to enable it. Well, it's correction, if they remember to enable it on Halloween. Yeah, movie Easter eggs are fun. I do wonder how many of them lead people to actually see the movie. Like, they see the Christine reference in GTA, and that weird zoomer that has never seen TCM or whatever thinks, oh, that's a reference to Christine. I should see Christine, and then they go watch it. Surely some people still do that. Another beautiful sunrise. Oh, look, the little shadow actually matches the ladder. Or at least makes it look like a Porsche 356. Good thriller and horror movies. Oh, yeah. I used to watch an awful lot of old movies as a kid. They give you foundational knowledge on an awful lot of references, even on cartoons oriented that kids would never see those movies. Or is that never would ordinarily, because I did. And we are at the top of the hour. And we have done 232 kilometers, which means our average speed combined over 2 hours is 116. And that is bang on what we should be doing. 1803. Okay, let's save this one. There we go. Ordinarily, this is where I would end, but I'm starting to think that the terrain on this game, the procedural terrain on this game, is dependent on when you boot it or some other bullshit like that. That is to say, I'm going to continue having flat terrain as long as this game session continues. So I think I can extend a little bit longer. Oh, I know. Chat, what does it say for Oklahoma on that tiny little card? Read the tiny little card. $24.81. Okay, so we're still a little bit we're still way too far of that one. So is the next one Missouri or crossing the Mississippi? Mississippi is 2013. Okay, so I think we can actually do that one, which would unlock a couple of interesting things. First of all, I will need to do a new card for next stream. Second of all, I will need to do a new thumbnail. And I don't think I saved the ladder on fire, so that is going to be fun. Then again, maybe I did, I actually have forgotten. Unprofessional streamer, ladies and gentlemen. I just have a folder that says stream assets and things just kind of mix and blend there. Yeah, a non-professional streamer is a wonderful thing. We do like scoff around here, don't we? Okay, this is slightly uphill, but again, nothing to worry about. If we start seeing huge mountains again, I think that would be a good place to call it, because I'm now going overtime. Oh, oh, okay. There we go. There we go. We're slowing a little bit. Just a little bit. This continues to be a very acceptable elevation change. I would prefer if there hadn't been any elevation change, like in the past 80 kilometers or so, but you know, given the choice, this one isn't that bad. Oh, the other thing that can make me call this stream out is I forgot to drink my coffee before stream, so yeah, like the super license stream yesterday, I may just have to cut it because I'm slightly tired. And when I say that I make you choose between passing out in my bed, on my bed, and then passing out on stream, believe you me, I'm only partially joking on that one. Are those the Breast Mountains? Did we just take a long roundabout way to the Breast Mountains? Well, now there's 3 Breast Mountains, so my prayers have been answered. No, I don't actually make woodwork. I bought a standing desk and I figured that I would find the desktop easier by just having it here. So I found a huge chunk of wood and had it cut to size, and then I just sanded it, varnished it, and stained it. The end result, you can clearly tell it's an amateur production, but I am happy enough with it. But I don't think that's woodwork. It hardly qualifies, doesn't it? We are traveling at 170 kilometers an hour without spending any fuel. It's like a hybrid, except Russian and gay, so a hybrid. Ooh, that is the first yawn. Okay. Okay. So we are having that. That is unpleasant. Oh, look, a huge house. Bye, bitch. Okay, and that is a boat to my left and a water tower to my right. My, are they tempting me? God damn it, YouTube. Since we're here, The local wildlife should really stick to the outskirts of the road. Look, it's a huge, barren, featureless wasteland out there. Don't waste it trying to cross this fucking road. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I have no idea why it's even maintained. Look at all of those culverts for the potholes on the left lane. Okay, 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 there we go. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, tiredness comes up really quickly. I had the first young and now I had to struggle a little bit. You will forgive me if I stretch a little bit. Ah! Ah! Right, right, there we go. Yeah, I think the move is going to make it to 20-13 kilometers and then save there. Because we don't want this to end up in a bullshit crash. Remember, we may have had safe mode. We have all of the aggressive rabbits switched off. We have all of the zombies switched off. But you can still die because of a car crash. Oh, 15 minutes should be, assuming there aren't any issues like this particular mountain. 15 minutes should be plenty enough to cross the Mississippi River. Oof. Yeah, I'm doing the long blinks. The long blinks are not good. The long blinks are one step from just passing out. Also, it seems we are actually climbing. Oh, wait. There. Settings. There you go. There you go. Rabbit. That one wasn't quite so lucky. Right, that should do it. Mississippi the Pussy, not Josie and the Pussycats, is it? My first review was about the Josie and the Pussycats movie, which was very, very, very weird. If people who weren't born at the time want to experience what the 90s and that whole pre-technocracy corporate overlord time that we live in was like, they need to watch. Okay, we're starting the 10-kilometer counter. Let's see if there's any buildings. They need to see the Josie and the Pussycats movie and the and 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams, because those movies were, well, Josie and the Pussycats, it just kind of showcases pop culture from the 90s in a way that no other movie can recreate. And of course it was released in 2001, but until that thing with the planes and the and that what have you, that was still culturally the 90s. I think the iPod hadn't released when the Josie and the Pussycats movie had. Oh, oh, what was that? Did I just clip like a fork on the road? That shit was wild. Oh, Robin Williams was fantastic, and in that 1 hour photo, he's just at the peak of his acting abilities. I love that Robin used to say something to the ilk of, you know, always people are always surprised about the fact that I know how to act. And then I remind them that I did attend Juilliard. And that's right, he was a graduate of the Juilliard school. Was he a graduate? I think he was. But yeah, he attended Juilliard, so yeah, no wonder he's really, really fucking good. Oh shit, no. Where are you, you bitch? That woke me up. Okay, we have light again. Ignition. Yeah, switch it on. Okay, mile marker, well, kilometer market, marker 1979. Oh no, turning the I wouldn't turn the aliens off. I love the aliens. I love the idea that we just have to jump off in case Marcianito shows up and tries to probe us. Because probing is for another streaming site on which I don't have an account. Oh, there we are. That is the structure that we can use to replenish ourselves. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. What do you have? Gas, oil, and diesel. You're empty. No. Afraid not. Let's open a door so that yeah. Okay, so that additional barrel of gasoline is going there. And we are actually we don't even need to take the 11.6 liter barrel of gasoline. We can take some in the tank. Okay, we have a full tank. And then we still have... Oh, 0.1 liters. That's convenient. Lights. Coolant, oil, water. We can drink this one. No. Let's have the... Is there meat in here somewhere? Empty, oil. Should I? No, apparently it's not edible. That's disappointing. Right, so there wasn't any actual food there. We eat that and then we come here and we drink the water. Oh, there's nothing in the casket. The caskets are empty. The caskets is where the bodies show up when you have that shit enabled. Which I don't. So they don't. Okay. Nothing of note there. Let's close here. Close. Yep, close this one. Come on, we have one final stop. Before we close for today. And we are extremely close, especially at the average speed that we're going. There you go, we have a little bit of elevation changes, but it's just a little bit of elevation changes, so... Right. Okay, there we go. $19.83. We are 30 kilometers in. That should take us about 10 to 15 minutes. We can do it. We can do it. We just need enough energy and enough fuel to make it. Also, if we can't do that, we should at least make 2,000 kilometers. The first 1,000, we celebrated by climbing down this, by climbing up the near vertical face of a mountain. This one is looking like we're liable to celebrate it by just going full clip on a perfectly flat bit of road. We're going slightly uphill. I suppose that is a... There is an option too. $19.88. Oh! Good thing I looked up, didn't I? There we go. We are flat again, or at least flattish. Time to once again drop the hammer. There we go, and I can see the road extending up there with some undulations, but nothing particularly egregious. There we go. There we go. Come on. Just keep going. And now throw power in. Increase the power. Unlimited power. Well, limited as 1.2 liter engine from a Honda can. Yeah, now time to play house or rock. House. We're still driving way past it. Oh, what are you? 1998? Yeah, house or rock is going to be very popular with the kids. There you go, and nearly there. And we're going to hit it as we're about to scale a fucking mountain again. And 2000. Perfect. Just 13 more kilometers and we're going to be able to... Is that a boat? No, that's rocks. See what I mean? Actually, how inclined? Ah, shit. Ah, fuck, we're doing it again. There you go, there we go, come on. Back to auto shift. Right, that's 3, that's just 10 more kilometers. Come on. We just make it there and we can all go and have a nap. There we go, there we go, come on. There is the speed, 05. Oh man. Right, right, right. Yep, we're all a bit tired. We just need to cross. Sorry, stretching again. We just need to cross the Mississippi and get into the wonderful, beautiful state of Missouri. Damn nearly am with that lamppost. But see, we're making fantastic progress. We're now in 2008. So 2013 is going to be right there. There we go, there we go. '10, just 3 more. We have done amazingly today. The terrain has been in our favor. We've found fuel, we found a new gauge cluster. We now have 4 or 5 spares of headlights. We still have meters, makes no difference, a full tank. Because we keep finding barrels. 2011. I think now you should be seeing the sign. You are now about to enter Missouri. Oh, 12. Right. 12.7. 12.8. This has been an amazingly successful thing. I'm actually kinda gutted that I don't have the energy to just keep this boat rolling. 2030! We're going to park it like this because we're still on an incline. Actually, a little bit this way so we can see the lampposts. There it is. The crossing of the Mississippi was somewhere back there. This has been fan fucking tastic. So let's switch it up. At this moment, I would just like to say, if you've stuck around and you've given the channel a chance, and you didn't mind the weird accent or the corny jokes or everything else, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I'm JW Shields. You can find me on Twitch or on YouTube. The links are going to be on the YouTube description or on the Twitch about the on the Twitch about section for me. Uh, you can also read my blog, which is updated. Well, it was updated a little while ago, so there is still a somewhat fresh article there. Or you can check my Twitter, which now is the one that it doesn't get updated at all. So, what are we going to do? I am not going to be streaming tomorrow because I think that we have made astounding progress today. At 2,000 kilometers, we are 40% of the way in. So, that is significant enough. Oh, let me just pause that so that we don't have the food and thirst meter to contend with. But yeah, I'm extremely happy. You can follow me everywhere. Um, okay, no streaming tomorrow. We can go Monday. Playing Doom again because well, nothing better. When you are tired of driving, what is it that you want to do? Yes, slaughter demons by the hundreds, the way God intended it to be. So we are going to do that, and then we are doing Gran Turismo on Thursday or Wednesday. I am going to move it to Wednesday, but I haven't decided on which deciding when I'm going to move it back to Wednesday. The thing that made my Wednesdays really busy is no longer an issue, so we do have a little bit of time to do it then, and it makes it both more balanced in terms of when do I stream a week, but if I want to do a random impromptu stream, it's going to be much easier. So yeah, Doom on Monday, and then Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2, no car buying run on Wednesday or Thursday, and then on Saturday we do this. Gran Turismo and the long drive need to leave my rotation at some point very soon, just so that we don't keep faffing about with this. But at the moment they are, so that's what we're doing. Anyway, I have already yapped a little bit too much for a goodbye, so all that's left for me to say is, well, thank you once again. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you all very soon.